I'm Brian Byers from nowdecatur.com and Nicole Bateman from the Economic Development Corporation for Decatur and Macon County. And Nicole, welcome back. This is an extended series spotlighting not only the great companies we have in Decatur and their impact around the world, but also the incredible career opportunities that we have out there for not only folks who are unemployed, but underemployed. And this last year, this pandemic being an accelerator, really, changing lives and changing careers. There's a lot of valuable information packed into these episodes that people might be on an entire career trajectory with just a little bit of investment on their own.
Definitely. I think it's important not only to talk about the opportunities that have probably existed here for many years and folks just didn't know about it, but also the partnerships that are really coming about even stronger now out of the pandemic, between Workforce Investment Solutions, Richland Community College, the EDC, and many of our local employers who are jumping on board saying, listen, we're hiring again, right? And we're hiring a lot of people and we need that talent. And we want folks to know that that talent is here, but also that those jobs are here and that you don't have to leave the community to look for careers, right? If you're looking to switch jobs, you might be going into another job that ends up into an actual, rest of your lifetime career. And so we want to make sure that people are aware and help connect those dots.
Yeah, and not only here, but if you want a global trajectory, we have so many companies that are doing work around the world. So there's a lot of tickets that can be written. It is our great pleasure to welcome Kara Demersion-Haas, who's the Vice President and Global Marketing Director for TCCI, and also Christy Danko, who's the HR Manager. If you could, Kara, thank you for being with us. You guys are in like 11 countries. This is such an unbelievable company. Walk us through what you guys do and how you're literally out there on the cutting edge in technology when it comes to the entire globe.
Yeah, well, thank you for having us. It is a very exciting time. So TCCI Manufacturing is a global organization. We manufacture and are a global leader in the compressor technology. So that includes the electrification that we're seeing today in the landscape, as well as wobble plate, swash plate compressors, air brake compressors. So there's a full line of compressors that help create mobile air conditioning or air conditioning for the cab units and for the refrigeration for the transport refrigeration trucks on the road. So heating in the commercial, air conditioning in the mobile commercial vehicle marketplace, in ag, construction, transport refrigeration, heavy duty trucking. We're a global supplier to OEs in the market.
And how fast do you think that will happen? I mean, I feel like we're at a tipping point right now, and obviously the Rivian announcement in Bloomington, and the infrastructure will be put in place. And I mean, I think electric cars and electric vehicles are going to be a way of life way quicker than most people think.
Yeah, and it's funny because Nicole and I talk about this, the electrification market right now. We're in the commercial vehicle, so you see buses, school buses, city buses. That's where it's starting, and it's moving into the automotive industry. But we've been working in the electrification market for several years. We actually recruited and just opened an office in Detroit, where we recruited the one of our advanced engineering directors from General Motors because of this 3 years ago. We're the global supplier for Traton Group, which is the family of Scania, Volkswagen, MAN. So we're leading the way in what we're seeing in electrification in that commercial vehicle market. We're seeing things happening in construction and ag right now. So you look at Caterpillar, you look at all of these construction vehicles and the movement towards electrification. It's really happening rapidly. I mean, we foresee tripling our size in the next 3 years, and that's just not a projected estimate. That's based on seeing orders coming in now being placed for 3 years from now. So we need employees. I mean, there is no doubt when that announcement of that training center was announced a few weeks ago, we were elated about that because we're ready to really look at building our workforce.
I think the amazing thing about your story is that you're this global company in 11 countries, but you're a family-run business.
Yeah,
You know,
for
talk
sure.
to me a little bit about the vibe with
Yeah.
TCCI and how you're attracting particularly young employees.
Yes, well, we definitely are a family business. My father, bought this in 1985, and I work with my two brothers, and so it is a family operation. And our culture is absolutely important to us. We grow from within. We commit to our employees. We work hard, but we for sure have fun. We're very globally connected. I think all of our locations, everybody knows everyone, even though we're fairly large in size. We employ over 500 people globally. So I think, we continue to rapidly grow those markets globally, but everybody's connected. And I think that's really important for us. We believe in our people. We believe in, everyone being accountable and functional team leadership. And it's just really exciting to be part of this growth because everyone can feel it at all levels of the organization.
All right, Christy, if you could talk to me about some of the jobs that are available here in Decatur and what you're looking for in employees.
Sure. I mean, for the most part, we're always looking for general production operators, assemblers, machine operators. In addition to our compressor business, we do have contract machining. So I'm always looking for CNC machinists. Currently, we're looking for a computer programmer for our engineering lab, as well as a new accounting professional to help out with our inventory, both here and globally.
And then what about entry level positions? Kara, is this a company that people can, start here and climb a ladder and move up in the company ranks?
Yeah, definitely. Our requirements to get hired are you have to be 18 years of age with a high school diploma or a GED. So right out of high school, you can come and apply. We always promote from within. We have great success stories of employees here. Two of our supervisors here started out on the floor. One is a material handler, one on the assembly line. They are both supervisors. We have a senior engineering lab technician. She started out in the plant as well. So there is a lot of room for growth here. We always promote from within. We really pride ourselves on that culture here.
And I think the other thing just to note is people have been with us a really long time.
Right.
So, part of being this family environment and the culture that we're breeding here, it's people want to be here and they stay here and build their careers here. And I think that's really important to us, that we're looking for that in an individual.
Nicole, one of the things that we've found through all of these discussions is that there's a number of people out there that have these transferable skills, but they may not believe in themselves, or they may not know where to start, or maybe they're in an entry-level job in a career that they know isn't going to go anywhere long term. We've got some great assets and resources to help connect those people to companies like TCCI.
Absolutely. So if you're thinking about making a career move, I would really recommend that you reach out to Workforce Investment Solutions. They're a great first stop. They can help identify those transferable skills you might have. They're very connected with the employers in the community and what openings they have and what kind of skills you might need. And if you need a little extra training or certification or brushing up on, resume or job interviewing skills, whatever it might be, they can connect you with resources to make that happen if it's not something that they're already doing internally. And so again, those resources are out there. We just want to make sure that people know that they're not on this journey alone, that there are folks here in our community that are living and working here alongside you that want to help you to succeed, especially coming out of this pandemic. A lot of lives have been turned upside down, but that doesn't mean that you can't get a fresh start. And there's a ton of people here to help support you to move on to that next role.
And I think, Kara, you've been a community leader for a long time, outside the company, involved in the community. Sometimes there's a barrier there for people. They don't believe in themselves, or they don't believe, I was a bartender and now my life's turned upside down, but maybe the skills that I knew in that career transfer to another career path. And we got to get the word out there because we just got off of an election season where everybody running for office says, we need more jobs, we need more jobs. And I got every morning I'm pointing out, no, we have tons of jobs. Yeah. What we need to do is connect people to those jobs.
Yeah. Well, and I really appreciate you doing this because you're right. I mean, even if I look at myself, I'm manufacturing, that wasn't somewhere I thought I would be, 15 years ago. And the confidence wondering if manufacturing and learning this industry was something that I could do. I think, you know, it's a testament to the people here, because you're here, you're trained, individuals are always, you're learning from them, you're learning across departments, and we encourage it, and we breed that mentality here, and really learn from each other. I mean, I am constantly either sitting in an engineer's office trying to better understand the compressor technology, or I'm out in the lab trying to understand testing. So it doesn't matter where you're coming from. If you have an ability or desire to want to learn and do things, and you're hardworking, you know, there's a place here for you for sure.
So a global company that's going to be on the cutting edge of all the things that are coming over the next few years. I mean, in my opinion, this pandemic has been an accelerator, if nothing else, meaning things that were going to come down the road 5, 10 years are now 1 or 2 or 3 years. Other industries that maybe were on their way out are going to be on their way out even quicker. It's so cool to hear that TCCI is on the cutting edge of that kind of growth, being involved in all of this new technology that's going to change the world we live in.
Yeah, it is really exciting. And, I think one of the things that's been able to do that is the great leadership that we have here in terms of being financially sound. We've seen a lot of our competitors struggling over the last few years from a debt structure standpoint. And we feel very fortunate that we're in a position to continue to invest and grow. We've put in, I think Christy was talking about our contract machining. We have a new testing facility that we just had the DCEO in touring. We put $2 million into a systems testing facility right here in Decatur. There's a lot of investment going in because we're in a great position, and we're excited for people to come be part of that and part of this growth. So we are really looking forward to having individuals wanting to learn new skills and transfer those skills that they have in sales, customer service, all applicable in our industry.
And Christy, first steps, if somebody wants to talk directly to TCCI, what's the best way for them to do that?
The best is through their website, and if they want to apply, we do have a fillable PDF application on the website, and it comes right to me. Or reach out to hr@tccimfg.com is my email, so anyone can reach out to me directly. Or at both of our entrances of the building, people come and can get a paper application if they're more comfortable doing that. We always have applications in both of our waiting areas. Sometimes we do interview on site. It just depends on my schedule. So there's many different ways people can come and get information and to apply with us.
Okay, and all those links will be included at the end of this video so people can get directly to those. Kara, I know, building for the future, young workers coming out are looking for different things, right? We've been around the block long enough to see that sort of change.
Right.
You seem perfectly situated. The brand that you've created, seems maybe better than most as far as anticipating what those younger workers are going to want in a career.
Yeah, I mean, I think from that perspective, the youth in our community can really look to having a long-term career in a field that's exciting. I mean, what's happening with emissions control, with electrification, with all of the new, AI that's happening, we're part of that here. So for anybody that's interested in that sector, just passionate about it, regardless of whether you have existing skills in that, if you're passionate about that industry, we encourage you to look to us to really learn the business, because it is definitely going to have a large growth over the next few years.
Finally, Nicole, you hear these stories and have these meetings and talk to folks every single day. I wish the larger community could see all the things that we have to be incredibly proud of in our community, and some of the global technology and initiatives that are starting and happening, right here in Decatur. I'm thankful for this opportunity with you to be able to share these stories with the larger public, because if nothing else, there's just a little hometown pride in knowing all the innovation going on right here in our backyard.
Absolutely. It's super exciting. And, our community has had decades of this. That's our community is founded on making things and being global leaders. And, to think that you could have a job and a career taking part in that should be exciting to people. And so, but if we don't tell our story and we don't allow our employers to kind of get out there and talk about that, then nobody will know. That's why we started those manufacturing days a couple of years ago. What's behind those walls? What's happening over there? You don't really know. It's kind of a hidden secret. And I think it's okay to toot our own horn sometimes and talk about the cool stuff that's happening here, because there's a lot of pride that goes into the work that our workforce participates in every day. And we just want to invite people to be part of that.
Well, it's a great family and a great company, CCI Manufacturing. Kara and Christy, we really appreciate your time today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much.